Ew. Oh. That is Sublimation ink, I'm going to guess. Guess what I've been setting up. Okay, this camera is just dodge. Where's the edge of the bench? That'll do. That will do. Alright, microphone's plugged in. Yeah, I'm a little disorganised today. I'm making a Christmas sort of soap to replace that one that I made that I'm not happy with. I'm going to continue to watch it for the next couple of weeks and see how it goes. We'll see. We'll see what happens anyway. But just in case, I'm making a replacement, and that way I have it if it's bad, and if not, I just have a spare soap for just no apparent reason. I'm going to use Sage Leaf from Ilux. It says it's got no vanillin in it. It's got that kind of foresty kind of green smell to it, so it'll lend itself well to a Christmas soap. I mean, it's going to be Christmas colours, but it's not going to be like, you know, it's not going to have a Santa in it or anything. So, alright, we shall get on with it. I will give this a stick blend. Sorry, I'll give it a was, and then we'll get it separated out for its colours. Now, again, same as I do with all my soaps, if I'm doing extra blending, I've just mixed this to a minimum of emulsion, just because it's just easier, because I know I'm going to have to mix it more, and I like to have my fragrances blended as little as possible in case they play out. So it's just precaution. The bench is dirty. It's because I picked up the palm box. Alright, now I'm going to split this out in 3 because I have shitty friggin', I don't know, I was going to say depth perception, but that's not what I meant. I'm really bad at judging. Like, I can't put 3 lots into this, and this. It just, I can't do that. I can't judge it well enough. So, distances, perception, depth, no, I don't know. I'm not very good at judging shit. That's how I'll put it. So if I do it this way, right up in your faces, then I can a little bit more accurately judge. It doesn't have to be perfect, it's just a layered soap. It's not, you know, it's not brain surgery. It's not going to matter if I just don't do it perfectly. No one's going to die. Well, you know, I think my soap's worth dying for. I don't really. I take that back. It's pretty bloody good though. Oh dear, I'm in a silly mood. I have KFC waiting upstairs for me. I haven't had KFC for ages. Kurt went up to Ballina and he got me some popcorn chicken and some coleslaw. About the only two things that I actually like. Alright, so we're going to do white in this one. A reasonable amount. I mean, my recipe goes fairly white anyway. And then we're going to do some red in this van. Spoon would be handy. Now what I'm going to do with this is, you've seen me use the Trial by Fire before, and it's a good colour, but it doesn't go quite dark enough for me. So I'm going to add some, oh there's some there, okay. I'm going to add some red liquid to it, but I'll mix it up first and show you what it looks like without the red liquid in it. So yeah, that's Trial by Fire from Nurture Soap in the States, and this one is Elusive. This is getting so much use lately, probably because it's Christmas time. And I'm all about the green at the moment. Even my fingernails are green, you can't see them. There you go, you can kind of see them. They're all got pretty things on them this time. She said, what do you want? I said, just stick a sticker on every single one. Just do it. She just laughs at me and does what I say. Alright, so, I mean, fair amount in there. I want it like a nice deep green. Alright, so the bottom layer, where's my picture, is green. So we're going to mix up the green first. First. I'm just going to give it a quick whiz to just incorporate the green, and then we'll put some fragrance in it to see what happens. Isn't that beautiful? That's so good. It's such a nice colour. It really is. It's a very Christmassy green. I have the best shirt on. Can't even show it. I suppose I could show you, but I'm not going to. So no. Oh dearie me. Alright. Oh, please behave yourself. And he's silently praying to the soap gods. One way to shut me up. That's just my bubbles. Wow. Okay. It's behaving well with just a stir. I'm going to put the lid on that, put that back over there because I'm really useless. Is that a third of the bottle? I'll just put a little bit more in there. Oh, it's a bit stinky. It smells like that cactus one that I did ages ago. I don't know what that was called. Was it some sort of something cactus or? But yeah, it's got that green kind of smell. Okay, so that's behaving. I'm doing a layered soap. Should have known something. I should have known it wouldn't thicken. Okay, so yeah, it definitely works really well with just a spatula blend. So we'll give it a stick blend and see if it thickens. A little bit. It's a very workable fragrance, that's for sure. So don't be afraid of this one, guys. That's pretty good. I have got mess everywhere. Yeah, no, that's really good. Interesting. So that's why I always say that these Ilux fragrances are really good. I mean, of course there's been a couple that have been shit for soap, but I mean, ratios compared to other places. You know, I mean, places like Aroma have most of their fragrances work with soap, but then, you know, there's other places that make fragrances specifically for soap and they don't work and then they blame you. I'm never letting that go, guys. Never. The newcomers are like, what the friggin' hell is she talking about? Let's just say there's a certain company, Aussie Soap Supplies, that when called out for their fragrances not working in soap, thought that blaming me as the end user would be a better idea than actually fixing their fragrances. And then when it started happening to everybody, even when they were soaping as the company suggested they soap, the shit hit the fan. Oh, and then the company burnt down. So that sounded like, no, that was not an insinuation. It sounded like it was not in the slightest. Not even remotely. I can't believe that sounded like that. I'm very sorry for that. I would never insinuate that. I'm going to shut up now. So we get this nice red, right? It's a really nice red. It's a red. But I like it to be just a little bit darker. So I have some of the liquid soap colour from Heirloom and I just squirt in, I mean there's probably maybe a mil in there. And I've probably put about half of that in there. I don't know that the camera's probably going to pick that up, but it's just a little bit redder than pinker. That was some really great English there, Leanne. Jesus Christ. That's my full name. I'm just going to I'm not going to leave very much for the white. I'm a bit worried about the white actually. I'm just going to stick blend this in because I know it's behaving. So, although it may not behave in the red because fragrances behave in different colours. So I'll give that a mix first. I'm not going to mix it too much actually, because I want it to stay fairly fluid so I can pour it in nicely on top of that. Now my skills of, you know, not talking when the stick blender on have gone out the window today. Okay, so I'm going to pour this on my stick blender so it breaks the fall and doesn't just dig straight into that. And it's going to move along the soap. Still pouring on the stick blender. No, pouring on the spatula. Stick blender's over there. I'm dripping Dexter all over the bench. I'm quite looking forward to that. I always did like that show. I like Dexter more than I like you. Probably because I just don't really like the lead character. Like, I mean, I like him, but not as that character necessarily. Like, I don't like Dexter. I feel like you can sort of identify with and sort of feel sorry for, and whereas the character in you don't. Well, you might. I don't personally. But yeah, so I haven't even watched all of season 3 of you yet. Probably because I'm kind of bored. I'm not bored with it. It's just like okay, yeah. I have, however, started Hellbound, and that's got me. That one's got me intrigued. I like that. I don't watch a lot of sort of. It's not horror, really, but it's not the sort of genre that I generally watch in Korean dramas. But it's got that cool sort of backstory going on that I really like with dramas of any sort. So, alright, we'll put you over there. I'm just going to get a fresh batch. That one's a little red. Oh, my legs. Oh, Christ. Over this pain. Over the pain. Doctor thinks it's nerves, like not like I'm nervous, but she thinks it's some sort of nerve pain. And I have to go, well, I don't now. There's a specialist up in Queensland, which for those who are not Australian, is the next state over, and we can't, oh God, hang on, I'm going to clean my stick blender some more. Because of the virus, even though I've had both my vaccinations, what the flippin' shit was that? I don't know. Sounded a bit dodgy, whatever it was. It's probably the humidity thing going, wow, it's too humid, stop doing things. It's friggin' awful. Yeah, I don't know what I was saying. Yeah, we have to get a border pass and have a COVID test, and it's like, if I go anywhere that there's been a test, I'll have to stay up in friggin' Queensland for 14 days, or I don't. So it's just like, no. The stupidest part is it's about 2.5 hours away. Like, I could just drive there, get my test and come back. I wouldn't have to go anywhere, do anything. So it's just annoying. It's just stupid now. Like, the rules just seem, I mean, I'm sure they're there for a reason, but they just seem so arbitrary. You know, it's like, Christ almighty. But anyway, I didn't go because they don't bulk bill anymore. So I can actually just go, there's a clinic down in Coffs, which is about the same distance in the opposite direction, but in the same state. Actually, I might not even use a stick blender for that. Yeah, it's just going to cost me a couple $100, and then I'll get it all back on Medicare anyway, so I'll just have to pay it up front to begin with. But I don't have that at the moment, so I haven't bothered with it, but the pain is friggin' annoying. The problem with it is it doesn't matter if I stand up or I sit down. So I can't like sit down and have a rest and it will go away, or you know, stand up and help it go away. That doesn't work. It's just the pain is there all the time. Even laying down with my legs up, that's why she thinks it's nerve pain and not something to do with, you know, standing up or what, sitting down or whatever. Anyway, it's just shit I deal with. I'm liking this soap so far. It's just behaved really well. This is set up enough, you can see. A good way to tell if your soap, how soap is set up, it's just wobble it, and if it's just not moving like that, then you know it's definitely thick enough to pour a soap on. So, another layer on. So I'm just sort of doing it across it so it doesn't push down in the middle too much, just in case. Just in cases. Oh wow, it's not particularly hot, but damn, she's humid. She's so humid. It's 24, so it's quite a pleasant day, but it's also about 95 humidity, 95% humidity. It's raining, and here comes Curtis. Cigarette hanging out his mouth, big fat gut. I'm very proud of Curtis actually. He's just painted his skateboard, and he's done it with with the dishwashing liquid method. I don't know if you guys know what that is. If you paint like tumblers and stuff, you'll know what I'm talking about. But yeah, so he did that and it turned out really well. He did a really good job. He's definitely got his mum's craftiness, that's for sure. So, what should I do? You know what? I'm gonna smack this down. And I don't know that I'm going to do anything to the top of this, to be honest. I think I'm just going to just leave it like this. I quite like that it's just flat. That's exciting. I don't even think I'm going to put any glitter on it. Oh my good gravy. No, I'm going to put glitter on it. What was I thinking? Oh dear. Actually, you know what I'll do? I'll just put some blizzard on it. Glitter along soon enough, I'm telling you. Soon enough. I might put some. Oh no, let's put a bit of the hollow on there as well. These things kill my friggin' fingers. That wasn't too bad for a layered soap. 20 minutes. Not bad. So I'm getting the hang of this soaping gig now. So yeah, I've only been doing it for a minute. Oh, I haven't been soaping for, I don't know, 8 years, I think. I don't know. Alright, that's it. I can bring that up there. I'm going to go eat some KFC because I'm starving. There we go, got a bit of light on there now. You can see this. The blizzard just gives it that pretty sheen, and it will sort of stay sheeny like that even after it's not wet anymore. And then the hollow will just give it a bit of a hollow gleam to it. So yeah, it's really pretty. Alright, I will see you in a minute for the cutting. That looks so gross. Bye. Hello. Well, this soap kind of screams hello Christmas. I was quite looking forward to cutting this one actually. Paching. We love the paching. Yes, I still don't like the smell very much. It's a bit foresty for me. I don't really like these green smells. That's just a bit of red from the strings. But yeah, I mean, it's very, very Christmas. I like the colours are good. So, well, that's actually on the screen, so that's not anything at all on the soap. They all look exactly the same. The one thing I did notice is that I think I've told you before this video, I put a piece of cardboard inside my mould to make these sides straight. I noticed that the end piece that I've cut off, this little one, has a bit of a bow. I don't know if you can actually see it or not. It bows out sort of in the middle here. I'm just thinking I might put a bit of, although I don't really need to. I was going to say I've put a piece of cardboard in there as well, but I mean the end pieces are just to give away, so the layers aren't perfect. Clearly the red is more wobbly because the green was more set up when we put the red in, and then the red was less set up, so when we put the white in, it moved a little bit. I'm really not mad at it. I kind of like it actually. So yeah, I'm very happy with this. I'm glad I left the top sort of nothing. I feel like that just that little, because it's very shiny, like look how shiny it is. So it kind of looks like wet snow on the top, and it has a little bit of let's see, if I just put that there, it will, you can see it's just got a little bit of hollow, just a little bit, but mostly it's the sheen, so it's kind of looks like glistening, what I imagine glistening snow looks like, because I don't have snow. That's not going to happen. That's when I know that the world has gone to hell in a handbasket, is when it snows here. Because I would imagine that never in recorded history has it ever snowed in this town, ever. Well, I would know, I'll take that back. In modern times. It may possibly have happened in prehistoric times. But it certainly didn't happen any time since humans have been recording weather that I know of. Yes, but yeah, I'm quite happy with that. Be nice when it's all cleaned up and got its edges all rounded, and I'm just printing some stamps now. Just Wiggly Good stamps, but just different ones to what I had before that I never liked, and so I didn't bother using. But yeah, these ones will all probably get stamped before they go off to their new owner. Depending on whether or not they go off to a new owner at all. They may be possibly mine. If that other soap, it doesn't look as bad as it did when I made it, so I don't know. It doesn't. It's looking less like a light pocket and more like an air pocket. So yeah, I'll wait probably another week, and then I'll give it the zap test and see how it's going. So, alright, I'll see you for the next one. Bye bye.